Hi, my name is Dhananjay Kumar and I work as customer advocate for Telerik India. In this quick video, I'm going to show you that how we can use local data source to perform automated web testing. To start with, I have added a web test called test with local data in the project. Let us go ahead and record the test steps by clicking on the record button for this particular test. Here we are going to record the steps on the Bing search. For that, navigate to bing.com and let us say search for the term Telerik and click on the search button. And suppose we want to verify that this particular element contains a particular string or not. For that, from here, choose the option enable or disable hover. And by choosing that option, you can select any element on the page or on the DOM. Let us go here and select this. You'll get a blue bubble. Click on that. And you got the options here. Here go to build verifications, quick task, drag and drop, view 3D. Let us go to quick task. And here you got this task. This verification task you can perform on that element. We want verified text contains .NET UI control or not, and click that. That particular steps would have been added to the test steps. Now go ahead and close the browser to stop the recording. In the steps tab, you can see all the steps we just recorded. Now to create a data source, click on the local data. And then here you got create a new data table option enabled. Just click on that. By default, you will get a 5-column table. Here we want only 2 columns. Click, give number of columns value there in the columns and click on update columns. Here you get a confirmation message. Click on yes and you got a data table with 2 columns. Now why we need 2 columns? Because in first column we want the string which we are going to search, and in column 2 we want the string which we are going to check as the value of returned search result. Give some values like Telerik and say .NET UI controls. Then for example Microsoft, and we are expecting it to return .NET. Then give some term like Olympics, and here gold, then cricket, I give India, and last let us give some term called soccer, and my favorite team is Brazil. So here we have set in the column 1 that's the string we want to search, and the column 2 the string which should be the part of the search result, and save here to save the data source. Before binding this data source to the test step, we should rename this column as search term and right click on the column 2 again and say result term. And again save it. Now go to steps again, and here we need to bind those 2 columns value. First value will be binding here in this search text search box. Click on search box, and here you got the option in the data ribbon as bindings. Click there You got a text, and here we want the text dollar, and in braces we need to give the column name, and that is search term. Click on set. In the same way, here we want to verify again in the collection the result term expected string, and go here and say dollar and result term, the second column where we have set or stored the expected search result, and click on the set. Now we have bind the value from local data source in the test steps. After saving it, go ahead and run the test, and test should run 5 times because there are 5 rows in the data source, and we should able to see that which test got passed, for which iteration, or for which iteration it got failed. To run the test, select the browser from here and click on the run button. Here run should be executed 5 times. You see the first term was Telerik in the data source, then it was Microsoft, and you see that Test Studio is reading the rows one by one and executing the test against the data source. Then Cricket, and the last one was Soccer. And here you get a message that a test got executed. Now go to the steps, and here we got that 16 passed out of total 20 executed. You can see the view log from here, that which test got passed and which did not pass. And from the drop down also you can see different iteration for all the 5 rows. That first iteration all the tests got passed, whereas for the second iteration this particular test got failed. When you click on that, you should get that it was expecting the result .NET, but value at the time of failure was corporation, software, smartphone, online games, and cloud. So in this way you can bind a local data source to perform iterative testing, and you can use a local data source to do automated web testing. I hope you find this video useful. Looking forward to see you again. And for any update, follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @debug_mode.